Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna. So we'll just quickly recap what we have been discussing. Anybody wants to recall? Quickly take the turns that what we have been talking. Just unmute yourself and say if you have the answer. Who wants to go? Nobody wants to say anything. Okay.
We were discussing about the four exclusive qualities of Krishna, like Leela, Madhur, Venu, Madhur, Bhakti. So we already covered. Today, I think we are going to cover Venu, Madhur.
Yes. Rup Madhuri, Leela Madhuri, Venu Madhuri, and then Bhakti Madhuri or Prem Madhuri. So these are four very exclusive qualities of Krishna, which is not even found in Lord Vishnu also. So this 64 qualities is equal to 100%. So Krishna has those 100% qualities, and then Vishnu has only 60 qualities, which comes to a little like 93%. And then Lord Shiva has like around 55 qualities, which comes to 78%. And then living entities at the stage of perfection, they have only 50 qualities. They can have the 50 qualities. So this is what it is. So Krishna is uh, Purna Purushottam Bhagavan. He is Purna. And then we discussed about Krishna's beauty and Krishna's Leela also. So Krishna's Leela, various pastimes Krishna performs Kalaush Janishyamananam uh, Anugraya Bhaktanam. So in Kali Yuga, to shower the mercy, to take compassion on all the conditioned living entities, Krishna comes and perform those pastimes. Those people, those who are dukkha, shok, tamonudam. Practically in Kali Yuga, everyone is like filled with all the dukkha, misery, shoka, lamentation, tamogun, and all of that. To them, the only panacea, the only hope is Supunyam Vyatnod Yashaha. When we hear about Krishna Yasha, Krishna Leela, Krishna Katha, that's the only hope. And Krishna comes and performs those pastimes and teaches us the lessons also. Then Krishna's Venu Madhuri. Krishna is famous for his flute. Many other personalities, they have some different instruments, but Krishna's flute is very exclusively very enchanting. He attracts everyone by his flute. So there is this verse comes in the Bhagavatam, which also explains Krishna's beauty plus Krishna's flute. So this verse goes like this: Baraha Pidam Natavarabapu Karnayor Karnikaram Vibradvasha Kanakakapisham Vajantim Jamalam Randhran Venor Apuryan Gopavrinda Vrindaranyam Swapadaramanam Pravishad Gita Kirtihi. So this is the description of Krishna, that how Varahapidam Natavarabapu, this Krishna who is decorating his hair with the peacock feather, Varahapidam. Natavarabapu. He is like expert dancer, Natavar, Natavara Nagar. So his body like expert dancer. Karnayor Karnikaram. On his ear, his earrings are Karnikaram, and like alligator shaped earrings. That is the kind of earrings that Krishna decorates his ears, uh, in the hair, peacock feather, and then Vibradavasha Kanaka Kapisham Vajantim Jamalam. His Vasha, his Vesh, his dress is Kanaka Kapisham, like Kanak means like the gold. So the color of his dress is like the molten gold, like yellowish color. That is why Krishna's dress is said as pitambar, yellow color. But it's not ordinary yellow. It's like the molten gold, like the gold color yellow. So Vibradavasha Kanaka Kapisham Vajantim Chamalam. His mala he decorated by this Vajanti mala. And then what he's doing with all that, and this is how he decorated. And then Randran Venu Radhara Sudayor Purian Gopavrinde. Randran Venu. Venu means the flute, and Randran the hole of the flute. Randran Venur, what he is doing? Adhara Sudayo, from his adhar, from his lips. Sudha means the nectar. When he blows, the holes of the flute is like he pouring, is pouring the nectar into those holes of the flute. Randran Venur, Adhar Sudayor. Apurian, Purian means like filled with that nectar. And then that Krishna playing the flute, decorated like this. And Vrindaranyam, Aranyam means the forest. So in the forest of Vrindavan, Vrindaranyam, Swapadaramanam, he is walking with his feet. Krishna is walking in the feet. So there's the description of how Krishna in the Vrindaranyam in Vrindavan is walking with his feet, playing the flute, blowing that flute with the nectar of his lips, and decorated in yellow garments, Vajanti mala, alligator shaped earrings, peacock feather in the hair, Vrindaranyam Subhadranam, Pravishat Geeta Kirtihi, Pravishat, he is entering. So, like that, Krishna's, this description is given here, the flute sound of Krishna. So, basically, Krishna is when he plays the flute, everybody just gets so enchanted and they leave. In fact, for the Rasa dance, also Krishna start playing the flute, and then all these gopis, and the dead of the night, and the amidst of all their family members and their household duties and everything, they just leave everything and they just rush towards Krishna. So basically, when Krishna is playing the flute, he is inviting all of us. That's the idea. So Krishna's flute is enchanting, and basically, it's an invitation, open invitation for all the conditioned souls that come and join Krishna's dance party. People love to dance. On the weekends, they plan for the parties on the DJ, and then they dance for like few minutes. They get exhausted, and they want to continue the dance for a little longer. Then they have to intoxicate, so they get the boost and they get some energy by all those intoxicants. Right? This is the kind of dance that people have in this world. Such a third class dance it is, exhausting, completely lost with their consciousness and like that. But here is an open invitation for all the conditioned souls that Krishna is saying, yes, come on in and then join my dance party in the Goloka Vrindavan. And this invitation has been extended by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and very exclusively to all of us by Srila Prabhupada. He is giving this invitation that come and join this Radha Krishna dance party in the Golok Vrindavan. And there's nothing like that people get exhausted in the dance. It goes forever, eternally. In the Golok Vrindavan, in the spiritual world, every gate is a dance. Right. So that is what is said that Katha Ganam Natyam Gamanam Vamshi Priya Sakhi. So every word is a song, Katha Ganam. There's nobody talk there, everybody just singing only. Every step, every gate is a dance. So there is an eternal dance is going on there. Like in fact, when the gopis went for this Ras Leela, which seemingly looks like one night only, but the Bhagavatam explains that night, how long that night was, by Krishna's Yog Maya Shakti, and the Kala, the time stopped at the time. And then this Rasa dance went for one night of Brahmaji, which is like millions of years, millions of years. It is so ecstatic, it is so nectarian, like so much of joy that all these gopis didn't want to, end the dance. They never wanted it to end. So Krishna reciprocated to their emotions by stopping the time. So here it looks like, still the night is going on. But in that one night, millions of years, like Brahmaji's whole night went by. So like that, this is the kind of dance. So the Krishna is inviting for that dance to all of us. So this is about Venu Madhuri, Krishna's flute. There is a Venu Geet also in the Bhagavatam. And then the last one is the Prema Madhuri. Then how Krishna loves his devotees so much. He reciprocates with devotees so much that he's ready to go to any extent to, reciprocate with them. He became their small child and has been glorified in the 10th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam. Brahma is glorifying. And the Nanda Maharaj is glorifying by saying this. Aho bhagyam nanda gopa bhajogasham yan mitram paramanandam purnam brahma sanatanam. So he's glorifying Nanda Maharaj. Aho bhagyam nanda gopa bhajogasham. That is Nanda Maharaj, the king of Braja. What a great fortune. Aho bhagyam, aho bhagyam. What is his bhagyam? Yan mitram paramanandam purnam brahma sanatanam. The supreme Brahman. He has become like their child, like their friend. Mitram Paramanandam. So Krishna comes as a child because he loves his devotee, he wants to reciprocate, and because they performed a lot of austerities. They have the desire to have the Supreme Lord as their son. Krishna says, okay, I'll come as your son. No problem. And this very special form of, the Krishna becoming the child and then very intimately reciprocating with his devotees. That kind of excess of the Lord is not available even for all these great personalities. We read in the Damodar Leela, Nemam Virincho, na bhavo, na shrir api anga samshraya, prashadam le bire gopi, yattat prapa vimuktida. So it says, na imam virincho na bhavo. This one, this special excess of Krishna, it is not even available for virincho. That is Brahmaji. Na bhavo, bhavo is Lord Shiva. Na shrir, not to Sri, Lakshmi ji. They also don't have this access. Prashadam lebire gopi, this prasadam is special kripa, which this gopi has got. Which gopi? Yashodamai. She is controlling Krishna. Prashadam lebire gopi. Yattat prapya vimuktidhan. So it is not even available anywhere. So this is how Nanda Maharaj has been glorified because Krishna reciprocates so intimately. Yashodamai is glorified. Prashadam lebire gopi. Krishna's friends are glorified by Brahmaji. Brahmaji, or yeah, this verse it comes in the Srimad Bhagavatam, which says, "Ittam satam brahma sukhanubhutya dashyam gatanam bharadevatena maya shritanam nardarkena sakam brujaro krita punya punja." So it says, what pious activities, punya punja. Punya means the pious activities. Punja means like the bunch. Like how much pious activities these friends of Krishna have done that they're playing with this supreme personality of Godhead. What kind of pious act they have done, what they have done. So they've been glorified. Krishna reciprocates in the Vatsalya Bhav, Krishna reciprocates in the Sakya Bhav, so that Sakya Bhav is been glorified. Then Krishna reciprocates in the Madhurya Bhav with his devotees. So these gopis, uh, Krishna is glorifying these gopis. There's a famous verse which says, Napare ham nirvaddha samyujam sasadhukrityam vibudasuyabhyava sasadhukrityam vibudayusapiva ya mahabhajan durjanage sankala samrachya tadva pratiyadu sadhuna. So Krishna is expressing his inability to repay. Repay for what? To the gopis. Krishna feel indebted for their devotion, their commitment, their surrender. Krishna is saying, gopis, I'm just sold to your devotion. I don't know how I can even ever pay back to what you have done for me, and like that. So this is how Krishna is thinking. He say, I cannot do anything. It is difficult for me. So this is the kind of relations that these devotees they have with Krishna as the Sakhas, the Vatsalya devotees, as the Madhurya devotees, all these gopis. So this is Krishna's Prema Madhuri or Bhakta Madhuri. So much he becomes controlled by Krishna practically surrendered to his devotees. And then he feel himself like helpless, like how can I repay back? His devotees are also so wonderful that they give so much to Krishna in the life. Like that. So this is what is Krishna consciousness is offering, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is offering. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says that Prema Pamartho Mahan, go beyond all this conventional idea of religion, dharma, artha, kama, moksha, and all of that. The only aspiration should be how to develop that love for Krishna, and that is what is a special benediction, special offering of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, is Krishna himself. So he says that uh, what is that famous verse? That anarpit chiram chirat kalau avtirna kalau. So he says anarpit chiram chirat, that for a long time which has not been offered, to offer that avtirna kalau, kripya avtirna kalau. Lord has taken the kripa and then he has appeared in Kali Yuga in the form of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to offer what? That Unnat Ujjwal Rasam, so Bhaktim Shriyam, to offer this Unnat Ujjwal Rasa, the highest mellow of devotion. What is that? Swa Bhaktim Rasa, the Bhakti Ras. So Krishna has appeared in the form of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to offer the Bhakti Ras, which has never been offered in the history of humanity. But then Krishna decided that okay, I'll go and give this. What is that? Swa Bhakti Rasam. Bhakti Ras, that is the highest ras. In fact, it is so much that we can understand that Krishna personally wanted to taste himself, that Bhakti Ras. And that is why Krishna is the Supreme Person of Godhead. And he took this specific form of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, where the Krishna becomes in the mood of his devotee. He wanted to taste that Bhakti Ras. And that Bhakti Ras has been distributed to all of us. And that is what should be our aspiration. A devotee in Krishna consciousness should never settle down anything less than this. Yeah, it's okay, casual bhakti is okay, once in a while bhakti is okay, and all those kind of other motivations. No, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is offering very special thing, and that is Swabhakti Rasam. So we should aspire to taste that Bhakti Ras, which the Radharani tasting, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu tasting, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu chanting Hare Krishna Kirtan. Just can we imagine that, what is this Kirtan is? Sometimes, we take it very casually, Kirtan is happening and we are just spaced out in the Kirtan and our mind is just wandering around. But just think of this, and there's so much of nectar there in that Harinam Sankirtan that Krishna himself personally descend in this material world in the form of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to experience the nectar of this Harinam Sankirtan. Right? So this is what has been the offering of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and that is what has been given to us by Srila Prabhupada, and that is what is the Krishna consciousness. Okay, so we'll continue reading daily. I think we'll be keep posting